want to go further in respect of that matter because of his currently pending in court.
Is that, so those are the only two issues?
The other issues, like I discussed with my counsel, they said they will make a submission, and then I don't know how they will deal with it, but she just explained now that it will have to have an application for that.
But Mr. Matlala, I think the antecedent question before we get to that point on which you receive legal advice, the antecedent question is, are those other issues related to the Medicare 24 contract or the matters in respect of which you have been charged?
Yes, it's not Medicare 24 tenders, it's the other matter that I'm charged with. However, I'm saying I will still comment more on, regarding that matter, but I needed to make a submission with my counsel, and then she will advise further on how we will deal with that.
I'm not sure I understand. I want to be sure, are you talking about other matters in addition to the one about the warrant? It's no. Medicare 24, it's the warrant of arrest.
Yes.
Are there additional matters?
No, there's no other additional matters.
All right, thank you.
So then if I understand you correctly, what was discussed on that one occasion you met with Lieutenant General Mkwanazi were the two issues, matters relating to the Medicare 24 contract, that's one.
Yes.
And secondly, the issue regarding your warrant of arrest.
Yes.
And now you confirm those were the only two issues.
Yes.
Now, on the warrant of arrest, is it, you said the Johannesburg case?
Yes.
The only reference you've made to a Johannesburg case is what's set out in paragraph 7.1.
Paragraph 7.1.
Of your statement?
7.1.
7.1. Is it that matter, is it in relation to that matter or a different matter?
Can I please check?
Please do.
Chairperson, just to save time, simply put, my instructions are that General Mkwanazi told the client there's a warrant of arrest out for you. You will be arrested on the matter that is currently parted in the High Court of Johannesburg. I think it's easier that we just place it on record.
Chair, I have challenges. I don't know whether...
I also, even as you started speaking, Ms. Fanon here, it's Mr. Matlala who's testifying, and let Mr. Matlala respond. 2 questions. You may speak, of course we can never gag you. You may speak if you want to raise an issue. But what you just said, I think, is an evidentiary matter to which it is Mr. Matlala who should respond.
Thank you, Chair. And I think perhaps that we need a cautionary note going forward that in trying to assist the Commission, perhaps Ms. van die Heever takes particular note of the risk of testifying from the bar, because then it places me in a very difficult position of not knowing whether to invite her into the witness box. My question...
Can you please repeat your question?
My question to Mr. Matlala.
Yes,
Mr. Matlala had said that on the occasion he met with Lieutenant General Mkwanazi, they discussed 2 distinct issues. The first related and concerned the Medicare 24 contract, on which he says he is currently facing a criminal charge. The second relates to what he calls the warrant of arrest, and he said for the Johannesburg case, and that's where he left it. So I informed Mr. Matlala that on my reading of his statement, the only Johannesburg case referred to in his statement is what's set out in paragraph 7.1. And I sought to establish from him whether it is that case that he references, or is there another Johannesburg case on the basis of which the warrant was discussed.
Yes, I just checked it now. Is this case on 7.1?
It's the same case?
Yes.
Okay.
Can we just get clarity on when and where the meeting took place?
I'm not sure about the date, but it's in 2025. I think around March, but I'm not sure.
And where?
On that, who initiated the meeting?
I asked for the meeting.
Now, I understand then that the detail of what was discussed regarding the Medicare 24 contract, for which you invoke your rights as an accused, as well as the discussion around the warrant of arrest in respect of the Johannesburg court case, the detail will be provided in the supplementary statement.
Yes.
And in respect of both, you invoke your right not to self-incriminate.
Yes.
Is that okay? Just checking.
I just ask one more
Yes.
question, sorry. Is this the same meeting where General Senona was present?
Yes, that's correct.
Is that the same one?
Yes.
He's already testified as regards the date and time. So I think he said it was in April.
April.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Commissioner. And you will accept that date of the April because you say it's the one occasion?
Yes.
Okay. This then would lead us to your paragraph 16, starting at the bottom of page 13. And at the bottom of page 13, you respond specifically to what was raised in paragraph 2.3 of the 10-6 notice. Now, in regard to 2.3, you are requested to speak to 5 instances or incidents and to explain your involvement in any one of them. They are listed from 2.3.1 to, in 6, in fact, 2.3.6. You confirm that? That was what was requested of you, 6 separate incidents. If you could just have regard to page 4 of the 10.6.
Page 4, you said 2.3 point?
If we're at page 4 of the 10.6
yes.
notice.
Yes,
Now we're dealing with paragraph 2.3. If you look at your statement at page 13, you start at the bottom at paragraph 2.3.3, which is a sub of paragraph 2.3 in the notice.
okay.
You confirm that. And I say, if one has regard to paragraph 2.3 of the notice, 6 separate incidents are referred to there, and you are asked to comment on each one separately and to state your level of involvement in each one of them. You confirm that was what's requested of you?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Now, looking at then, starting your paragraph 16, I see you specifically deal, insofar as 2.3 is concerned, with paragraph 2.3.3 and 2.3.4. Just for the record, 2.3.3 required you to provide detail of and your involvement in the circumstances in which Sergeant Faninkosi came into possession of your Luxor Africa Bank card. You were required to list all the periods when he had possession of the card and what, when, and for what this card was used for. You deal with that at paragraph 16. You confirm that?
Yes, I do.
Then paragraph 2.3.4 of the notice required you to address the loan or funding agreement entered with Mr. Salim Karim or any of his companies in or about June 2024 or any other date, including a copy of such agreement and the terms thereof. That you deal with at paragraph 17, where you deal with paragraph 2.3.4 of the notice. You confirm?
Yes, I confirm.
Now, I note from your statement that you specifically don't deal with paragraphs 2.3.1, 2.3.2, 2.3.5, and 2.3.6. Now, before we then deal with the matters that you respond to, let's try and address the matters that you choose not to respond to. 2.3.1 required you to speak of your involvement in Major General Khan's disciplinary hearing, including communications with Mr. Mokgotsi regarding Mr. Maluleke's testimony and attempts to bribe him in order for him to change his testimony in favor of Major General Khan. You don't deal with that, the issues raised in that particular sub-paragraph. Is there a reason for that?
Honestly, it's an oversight. I don't have a reason not to deal with this one. I can deal with it now. I'm sorry about this.
If you can deal with it now, we would appreciate if you spoke to it, because this is your moment to respond to the regulation 10.6 as received. So let's start with paragraph 2.3.1. You have looked at it, you have considered it. What can you say as regards what's set out therein, and anything that you may overlook in the process, you will then elaborate on in your supplementary. But for the moment, you can introduce us to any response you have to that question.
So it's in regards with Mr. Maluleka, am I right? 2.3.1.
2.3.1, yes.
Yeah. Yes, Mr. Maluleka, I know him, he was staying at my house. The reason for him to stay at my house, I think he was robbed or something, and he didn't have a place to stay, and then I offered him a place to stay. So he was staying at my house, and as soon as he heard that the police went to my house and to do that first raid, and I've been complaining about the conduct of the police to extent that I even attempted to make an agent high court application to interdict the police from harassment. So I've been sharing these things with him anyway. So there came a point where I don't know who contacted Mr. Maluleka, but he told me that, listen, I've been asked to go and testify against, give testimony in relation to General Khan. So, and then he said, because these people who requested me to go there and testify, that are the people who went to your house and raid your house. So, is there anything that you want me to do in regards with this thing? So, and then I told him that, listen, whatever it is, I've already sorted out my issues with these people. So I don't have anything to do with them anyway. So, but he said to me, he already spoken to some guy, Mr. Mokgotsi. And Mr. Mokgotsi asked him to go there and then to testify, but I do not know what he was supposed to say in his testimony. So he wanted my confirmation that, do you really want me to go there and then testify in favor of General Khan? I said, I do not know General Khan anyway, and then even if you do, it won't help me with anything, because I already sorted out my problems with the police that were raiding my house. So from what I heard is, I heard it from Mr. Mokgotsi, that he said to Mr. Mokgotsi that I'm going to testify in favor of General Khan, but I want you to speak to your people to give me a promotion and some money. So Mokgotsi showed me the communication between himself and Mr. Maluleka. So there was a meeting that they were supposed to have a meeting somewhere. I think it was in a hotel somewhere in Johannesburg. I forgot the name of the hotel. So I asked Mokgotsi that, okay, did your person did what you said he will do? He said, yes, he did, but he told me that they've even recorded him, I think, because he was asking for promotion and money. So I will say From the top of my head, that's how I remember about this Mr. Maluleka story.
By whether he had done what he had said he would do, were you referring to him testifying at the disciplinary proceedings?
Yes.
So he had said he had testified.
No, not the disciplinary proceedings, I'm sorry. He was going, before he went to testify, he had an appointment with Mr. Mohoti. And then Mr. Mohoti arranged, I don't know with who. They met with those people, and then that's when maybe they were planning to try to come up with how is he going to testify, I think. So during that meeting, that's when he was recorded. Mr. Mohoti told me that they've recorded him, and then he's asking for money and a promotion. I said, then if he's stuck there, then why don't you ask the person that is helping you to give you money? So why are you, that cannot be my problem. So I left it like that, and then.
So when you asked whether Mr. Maluleke had done what he had said he would do, were you asking about whether he had made an approach for him to be promoted?
No.
When you asked, has he done what he said he would do, what were you asking about?
I was asking that he said he will testify in favor of General Khan. So I was asking Mr. Mohoti that did he do that?
Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And just as a follow-up, considering the issue, which was you were to speak to Major General Khan's disciplinary hearing, and then including communication between Mr. Mohoti and Mr. Maluleke, and you've testified as you have. I'm not sure I understand, or I'm clarified in my mind, what evidence were you being requested to provide at the hearing?
I don't know. I will be lying. I don't know.
And you don't know in relation to what aspect of the disciplinary?
What I know is it had to do with General Khan, and then what was the details of the disciplinary hearing, that I don't know.
Besides testifying, what role did you understand was required of you? What role did you understand was expected of you?
Of me?
Yes, in all of this,
No, it's not of, there was no role. I think Mr. Maluleke wanted to do me a favor.
Yes.
Because of he was under the impression that at that point I'm not in good terms with the police.
Yes.
So then the very same police, they are the same people who asked him to come and testify.
Mm-hmm.
So he wanted to do me a favor and then testify in favor of the person that they wanted to discipline, I think.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so maybe then the misunderstanding was mine. You were not being required to go testify.
No, not
That was-
myself.
okay.
No.
Then I think I misheard you.
Now, can I just clarify, Mr. Matlala, the favor that you say you think he wanted to do you a favor?
Yes.
The favor would have been what? That General Khan is acquitted?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Can I just, sorry, Mr. Law. Did you speak to Mr. Maluleke when you offered him a place to stay? Who actually spoke to him and arranged a place for him to stay?
I went to see him at the hospital, and then after he got out of the hospital, there's a guy who stays at it's a cottage.
Yes.
So I connected him with that guy, and then he went there.
But he did speak to you,
Who?
Mr. Maluleke.
Yes.
And then you say when there was a raid at your house, you also told him about that.
Yes.
So you spoke to him
Yes.
on at least 2 occasions?
No, couple of times, not two.
Couple of
Couple
times.
of times, yes.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
And the home where you housed him, where is that?
It's in Pretoria.
Pretoria. Where in Pretoria?
In Mamelodi.
In Mamelodi, your home. Yeah. Oh, all right. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. That is then in regard to General Khan's disciplinary hearing. Anything else that is relevant to the question posed at 2.3.1?
Not that I can think of, but if I think of something, I will add it in my supplementary
Your supplement.
affidavit.
Noted, thank you. The next question is at 2.3.2, and here you were asked to speak to your involvement in the delivery of Impala to General Sibiya and any other forms of gratification you may given to General Sibiya. It's at 2.3.2. Once again, that issue is not addressed at all in your statement. Would you like an opportunity to do so now?
Yes, this will also be in my supplementary affidavit because I just heard from the recordings after I've made this affidavit that there's a recording. In that recording, there is I'm mentioning this Impalas in that recording. And then I did not know by then that there was a recording which speaks about such things. So now I have to go back and then make a supplementary affidavit in relation with this Impala story.
I hear you because now you want to engage with the recording itself, whether it's by way of questioning or challenging its correctness or otherwise. That's a separate issue. Mine is you were specifically asked in the 10.6 to speak about the delivery to General Sibiya of Impalas and any other form of gratification given to him. So we can confine ourselves to the question as posed. The content of the recording we will deal with in the fullness of time.
Yes, Commissioner, like I said, I do not want to incriminate myself because I know that the recordings are under investigation. And by the time when I made my affidavit, I was not aware of that. So I just heard the recordings after. So I do not want to comment on something which on a later stage will incriminate me.
So that if I understand you correctly, in respect to the question posed at 2.3.2, are you asserting your right against self-incrimination?
Yes.
And what in particular would you be speaking to that places you at risk of self-incrimination insofar as the delivery of Impalas to General Sibiya is concerned? I just need to understand the basis upon which you are invoking that. Are you facing criminal charges for that currently?
No, there's investigations.
Yes.
Which has been said in open court that there is currently investigations going on. So what I will do is I think I will get the transcripts and then of my court proceedings, and then I think I need to attach them to my supplementary affidavit.
Can you tell, I asked Ms. Hasim here perhaps because I don't necessarily know everything. Which court proceedings are you referring to?
The Johannesburg High Court.
Is that the attempted murder case?
Yes. Let me try to clarify this.
Please, if you can.
We asked for the recordings during the pre-trial. And then the state advocate said that no, the recordings, they are not part of that trial, of that case. So it's something else which they are investigating, meaning whatever is in the recordings is under investigation. So hence I'm saying now I do not want to comment on that because I know that it's under investigation.
So if this is for my understanding, is it your attitude that the commission cannot engage you on anything that you suspect is currently under investigation?
Not suspect, something that I know for a fact that is under investigation.
So you cannot be engaged on anything that is currently under investigation?
Yeah,
whatever the basis of investigation and progress of investigation, is that the attitude you assume?
Yes, I do not want to incriminate myself on that.
Sorry to interrupt, my learned friend. Chairperson, again, this issue of General Sibiya, I want to place on record, forms part of the whole IDAC matter that we intend to deal with also in our application as well as in the supplementary affidavit. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Can I just ask to make sure I understand? You're saying there is an investigating officer who is looking at the question of the delivery of Impalas to General Sibiya?
I'm saying there is an investigation, the entire recording. So I do not know out of the entire recording which part is investigated, which part is not. But what I'm saying is, in that recording, there is the Impala issue in that recording. So I do not know whether it's part of it or not. But what I know is that they're saying that recording itself is under investigation.
So your answer to my question is, you are not saying, as a matter of fact, that there is an investigating officer who is investigating the issue of Impalas delivered to General Sibiya. That's not what you're saying to us.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, you're not saying that as a fact. You see, you're raising, you say you're reluctant to speak to it because you don't
Yes.
want to incriminate yourself.
Yes.
So it's important that we understand the basis of it. That is it just a suspicion that you have that the delivery of Impalas is being investigated? It's a suspicion and we have to deal with it on the basis that it's a suspicion, or as a matter of fact, there is an investigator, an investigating officer who is looking at this specific question. It is important to understand which one you're relying on.
What I understand is they said there is an investigation, so they did not specify, because there's a number of issues in that recording, so they did not specify that directly we're investigating this, not this. That I do not know. So I cannot say it's under investigation or not. But what I know is that the entire recording itself, they say they are investigating it. So I do not want to sit here and saying, no, this is under investigation. Which chances are there? Maybe it might not be under investigation, or it might be. I do not know that.
And if it is not under investigation, you would be able
Of course, yes.
to speak to it.
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
And if then I may just follow up on that, you'll be able to make a determination based on the recording itself. Is that what you need to hear in full to understand whether or not there's an investigation, or is there some other exercise we can expect you to undertake to determine whether or not there's an investigation regarding the Impala specifically? Where do we land? I'm trying to anticipate what we can expect in your supplementary, because as you say to Commissioner Balo, you don't know whether specifically the issue of Impalas is the subject of investigation. You can't say that for a fact.
Yes.
You know that it features in the recording.
Yes.
And you need an opportunity to listen to the recording in its entirety. Did I understand you
No,
correctly?
I'm not saying that.
Okay. Then
I've listened to the recording. That's why
Yes.
I'm saying I know that the Impalas issue is part of the recording.
Okay.
I've listened to the recording. I do not know whether the investigating team is also investigating the Impala aspect. I do not know that. What I know is the state advocate said the recordings is under investigation.
Okay.
So which investigation, I cannot tell. I do not know that.
So then it's fair to depart from the premise that when we resume, armed now by then with your supplementary statement, you will be able to indicate to the commissioners, as a matter of fact, that particular issue is the subject of ongoing investigations.
I cannot promise that, because for me to find out, I have to engage with the investigators then, and I'm currently in custody, so I do not know how I will find a way to find out for sure that they are under investigation or not. I do not know that.
Then, so we leave it on the basis that you will deal with it in the supplementary statement, specifically that issue, and how the commission then deals with what you say in regard to the Impala or not, you are required to answer there too. Is that what you are suggesting?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Is it possible to avoid the legal debate by simply inquiring from IDEC whether this specific issue is the subject of investigation? If they say it is not, then as I understand Mr. Matlala, there would be no reason for him not to answer.
Chairperson,
So,
maybe I can deal with
Sorry,
that.
I was not addressing you. Please wait your turn, Ms. Van Heerden. I'm raising it as a possibility. I'm
I
not
hear
saying
that.
that's what must happen.
I hear that. We could do that, except that we run the risk of IDEX saying that it's not part of, it's not subject of our investigation. That does not exclude some other law enforcement SAPS investigations, for instance. And hence my interest to find out from Mr. Matlala what his understanding is in regard to any investigations concerning the Impala. He should be able to indicate.
Can I do this, sorry, because I wanted you to finish on this issue and then Ms. Van Heever gets the opportunity. In light of what Ms. Sello has said, there's no need. I think I'm covered.
But perhaps let me still hear Ms. Van Heever. It sounded as if you had your ideas on a possible solution. Yes, Ms. Van Heever?
Chairperson, there's maybe just for the record legally, the issue of suspicion has got an objective and a subjective part. I think that we must all just place this on record. So it's not a question of seeing it very simplistically. That's the first aspect. The second aspect is that when it comes to IDAC, we are in the process and we have been engaging them on certain aspects. So we as officers of the court, that means the legal team, would be able to engage you on that issue itself. It is, I would find it extremely, maybe I should use the word weird, for an accused person who's currently incarcerated to be able to answer the question as to whether there's an investigation